You versus Don Frye, number 3.
Uh-huh.
Initial thoughts and strategy, because you had lost twice to him by submission. You were very tired on one occasion at least, right? So what were your initial thoughts going into number 3? And what was your strategy to avoid the submission?
Well, going into number 3, I was so tired. I was tired. My bones were tired. I didn't train for the fight a second. The only training I did was warming up in the back. I was really, my bones were sore. I was done. And it was my retirement fight, and I was done fighting. Very few of us train for our last fight. We never do, because we're still getting the same pay regardless. As we get older, we don't train. And I didn't train for the fight. And going there, I could see Don Frye didn't train him for the fight. You can just see it. You know, he was getting out of chairs like that. And as soon as he saw me looking, he'd be like, you know, and I was doing the same thing. You know, any of his people see me, I was fine, you know, I'd walk fine. But if they were looking at him, if they weren't looking at me, my body would just melt. And I know that's how I was feeling. And I could see him doing the same thing. So I knew we were in the same spot. If you ask him, he's going to tell me that too. I know he didn't train. He knew I didn't train. You could just see it. So we both got in the ring, and it was just, wow, I am going to get my ass kicked again by the same guy. This is my thought. And so I think he didn't train. I wonder if he has any of that still, and that spunk still left, because obviously he's a gritty fighter. He's just grinding. He just knows how to grind. And I didn't know how to grind. I just knew how to throw. So we get up there and he starts grinding, you know, just moving, and he's just hopping around. So I thought to myself, hit him quick. I got 30 seconds of fight left of me. So we get out there and looking at him, I give him boom, boom, 1-2 in the face. See how I react to that. He kind of acted kind of foolish with it. So I said, do it again. Boom. I give him another shot. He didn't really act, and his hands dropped. So when I saw his hands dropped, I dropped my hands, because when you see things, people see you react, you know? And when I dropped my hands, he relaxed. As soon as he relaxed, I looked away, boom, kick to the head. Field goal. Great.
The same gym where
And in that moment, you avenged your previous 2 losses to him with that nasty head kick. How did that feel?
Oh man, that was so good. I felt, wow, that was, I can't even, there's no words to tell you how I felt. I felt there was such a weight lifted on me, because there was so many years that I had to deal with that. He beat me twice in 1 year. Just being gritty, you know, he had better technique. He was more gritty than I was. I just came out and threw down. And like I said, I didn't know there was training to it. Obviously, he knew. His buddy was Dan Severn, and they were training. So, but it was so good to finally reach a level that you never reached, and so decisively. There was no questions, qualms, nothing about it. I knocked you out. After that, the me started taking over. I felt bad. I felt that I hurt him, you know, which I did. You know, I felt that I hurt him. I felt bad within myself. Once the excitement calmed down, and I realized that, oh, damn, I really hurt him. I took that in the back room. It was hard, yeah. But it was good. The celebration after within myself and the team, we had a huge celebration. But inside later, I felt it. Yeah.
How do you manage that as a fighter? If you have that kind of feeling of concern, maybe regret, but yet it's kill or be killed.
Yes.
So how do you manage that?
It's so hard. It is so hard. I'm not even sure how I did it. You're just able to we're friends because we were, but in the ring, we're not friends. You know, I will do what I can. I won't gouge your eyes out, but I will do what I can in the rules to beat you, you know, to kick your ass.
You will grab testicles, but that's for a later. That's for a later question.
Yeah,
All right.
testicles are no
No,
problem.
no, we're getting there.
All
We're getting
right.
there. So, how's your relationship with Don Frye today?
Don Frye and Mark Coleman are the only guys that I talk to. I can call them now right now on the phone, and we can talk forever like nothing ever happened. I talk to Don Frye and Mark Coleman all the time.
Does a mutual respect develop when you've been in that ring with someone? A familiarity, no matter how much of a UFC fan or a combat fan I may be, I don't understand what it's like to be there. So is it the fact that both of you have that kind of shared experience creates that mutual respect, or?
What I would have to explain, connect it with is if you're going to school and you have a buddy in school, you don't see everybody for a while, but then you're buddies. You know, you can still call. You know, it's like having a best friend when you're a child. You're still connected, you know, 20, 30 years later. And that's the only thing I can attribute that to. Just stayed in touch with these two guys and were in touch with me. I don't know if I stayed in touch with them or they stayed in touch with me, but we're still friends today. Very good friends. I watch them change through life and be a gentleman that they are. Both Mark and Don. How you doing? It's Gary Goodridge. I want you to like my videos and subscribe for more content coming up. Peace.